Honorable Chief, respected Drukpa InterSchool, Honorable Judges, respected teachers from Tamil School, London School, Drukpa School, Manjushri and Jagan School, respected norms, guests and participants. On behalf of Padma Shulka School Chinde, it gives immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 2025 Summer Camp debate. I am Jigme Deshas and alongside my friend Padma Mangal, we are truly honored to be your narrator and host for today. Today's event is more than just a contest of argument. It's a celebration of ideas, a meeting of minds, and a stage for thoughtful exchange. Our young debaters are not only here to speak, but to challenge ideas, defend principles, and inspire critical thinking. The topic for today's debate is other before self and self before other. The topic that is both philosophical and practical. It is for deep reflection on ethics, responsibility, and human rights. We are eager to hear a wide range of perspectives from our thoughtful participants. Before we proceed, I kindly invite all participants to take their seats. Respected judges, whose wisdom, experience, and integrity will guide today's decision. Sir Soran Gelson, headmaster of Temple Government School, dedicated educator with decades of service. Sir Soran is recognized as one of the finest teachers in Ladakh. He was awarded the Best Teacher Award by the UT government. Sir Kurgan Puto, one of the best educators, M.Com from Banaras Hindu University, diploma in Japanese, now again doing MA in political science, now working as a manager at River Center. Gyanashu, an experienced intellectual who served at CIBS for several decades, is now contributing his experience to counsel at the institute. Let us give a big round of applause to our honorable judges. To ensure fairness and quality discourse, please take a note of the following rules. Each team consists of speakers. Each speaker will have a 5 minutes to present their argument. After each speaks, the opposition side will ask a question. Personal attack, misinformation, and violation will lead to penalty. Debaters will judge based on content, clarity, delivery, and debate skill. Now let's begin the competition. First, representing the proposition, will please welcome Padma Chok from Jamian School.
Good morning to one and all present over here, respected chief guests, judges, honorable opponents, and my dear students. Today I rise to affirm the motion, self before other. Let me begin with a simple truth. You cannot give what you do not have, whether it's time. Whether it's time, energy, love, or strength. How can someone offer these things to others if they are constantly depleted themselves? Let's start with a simple truth. Mental health. We live in a world where millions they say yes to everything, neglecting their own needs out of guilt or obligation, and what happens? They collapse, relationship suffers, work quality drops, helping others become impossible. So this brings me to my first major point. Prioritizing the self is the foundation of resilience and responsibility. When you care for yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally, you become a more capable, stable, and reliable person. You make better decisions, handle stress effectively, and are less likely to become a burden to others. You become the kind of person people can actually depend on. Secondly, self-prioritization sets healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors with locks. They allow us to choose when to open or when to protect ourselves. Without boundaries, we lose identity, we get manipulated, we feel used. Putting ourselves first means recognizing our own limits and respecting them. That's not selfish, that's wise. And let's just not ignore this. Putting self first leads to long-term sustainability. If you want to make a lifelong impact in your family, your career, your community, you must operate from a place of strength and endurance, not sacrifice and exhaustion. For example, a candle that burns at both ends may shine brightly but only for a short while. Ask yourself, would you rather be a match that flares for a moment or a lighthouse that stays up for years? Furthermore, prioritizing the self inspires others to do the same. When we lead by example, taking care of our health, setting boundaries, investing in our own patience, we show others that they too have permissions to live fully. We create a culture where people are allowed to thrive, not just survive in the name of duty. And let's just not ignore this. And let's just not ignore this. Even our greatest role models put themselves first strategically. Think of leaders, artists, entrepreneurs. Did they use it to serve others? Putting yourself first is not about ego, it's about capacity. In conclusion, self before others is not a rejection of kindness or empathy, it is the prerequisite for both. It is not about always saying me first, but about ensuring you are whole before you try to heal others. As the saying goes, you cannot pour from an empty cup, so fill your cup and then pour with generosity, strength, and purpose. Let's not call it selfish, let's call it necessary, let's call it smart. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.
If you are for the motion, then how you create a ripple effect and how you build your community.
Can you please repeat your question?
If you are for the motion, then how you create a ripple effect and how you build your community.
I don't understand.
If you for the motion, then when someone in need, then how you need the someone. When someone in need, then how you help the person who needs.
If a person needs me, and first, prioritization self is not about ignoring others. It's about preparing yourself. So I think that I would help that person first if.
Thank you, your thoughtful response for my job. Next, I would like to invite Jimmy Pekka from opposition to present their argument.
Good morning, everyone, most respected judges, guests, teachers, and my dear fellows. Today, I want to speak on a powerful principle that has the potential to transform not only our life but also the world around us. Other before self. At its core, this idea is simple: putting needs, well-being, and happiness of others ahead of our own desires. In a world that often celebrates individual success, personal ambition, and self-promotion, choosing to serve others can seem countercultural. Yet, it is in those moments of selflessness that we see the most genuine expression of humanity. Think of the everyday heroes around us. Parents who respect for their children, teachers going the extra mile for their students, frontline workers risking their life to save others. None of them are driven by fame or fortune. They act out of compassion, duty, and love. Their strength came from the ability to put others first, open without recognition. Why is this important? Because it's pure community. When we help someone in need, we create a ripple effect. Kindness is contagious. A single act of selflessness can inspire many. When we care for others, we foster unity, trust, and empathy, values the world desperately needs. Putting others before ourselves also shapes our characters. It teaches us humility, patience, and perspective. It's a reminder that the world does not revolve around us, and the true happiness of life comes not from what we take, but from what we give. However, let me be clear of us. It's about balance, it's about recognizing that our lives are interconnected and that by lifting others, we also rise. It's a foundation of leadership. True leaders are not those who demand to be followed. True leaders are first. They listen, understand, and act in the best interest of others. Whether it's Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, or modern day change makers, what made them remarkable was not just their vision, but their willingness to serve. Now, putting others first is not always easy. In fact, it can be hard, especially when it's meant going out of our business makes you dreams. Or allowing others to take advantages of us. That is not true. Healthy selflessness involves setting boundaries. It means helping others, but not at the cost of your mental or physical health. It's not about being positive, it's about being active in kindness. Strong in compassion and rescue is to lose in the service of others. These words still ring true. Service is not a business, it's a strength. It's what holds families together, what strengthens societies, and what gives life meaning. So, let us choose kindness over ego, let us choose empathy over indifference. Let us remember, in a world that often says, me first, choosing others before self is a powerful and noble act. Thank you.
For others, then what about your own needs? If you always care for others, then what about your own needs?
If I always care for others, yeah, then but I said, but we will not care for others always. Right? We just when they need someone, yeah, someone needs.
I said, what about your own needs?
My own needs. Now, but when I can show our kindness, then we get a some.
So my next question is, if you have others people, and what happens if by chance that person can leave? No. If you care for other person and that person can lead your advantages. If you care for other peoples and thank you.
Good morning, respected judges, teachers, and my friends. Today, I stand before you all to support the motion, self before others. At the heart of this debate lies the powerful truth that unless we take care of ourselves first, we can never truly care for anyone else effectively. Prioritizing the self is not an act of selfishness, but one of the wisdom and necessity. Every human being has basic needs: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Meeting those needs must come before attempting to meet the needs of others. Just as the oxygen mask instruction in aeroplane say, put your own mask on first before helping others. Life too demands self-preservation first. That's why we must first relationship. If we don't value ourselves, we often end up being taken for granted. Emotional neglect of self leads to resentment, passive aggressions as emotional exhaustions. Here, let's talk a little bit about leadership. It begins with self-disciplines. Great leaders focus on their personal growth before guiding others. Putting self first allows clarity. It helps us to choose when, how, and whom to help without feeling forced. Self-care leads to better productivity, sharper decision-making, and stronger resilience. Every great change begins with the self. We cannot change the world unless we start from within. History is full of. If we are constantly putting others first, we risk losing our identity and passion. Prioritizing oneself teach others how to treat us with dignity and respect. Sometimes saying no means we say yes to our own value and limits it's not cue to care for yourself, it's necessary. Even spiritual teachings tell us to know ourselves first, before trying to uplift others. Self-prioritization forces us growth, which is a root of compassion for others. A well-built be dependable for others. A lack of constant self-sacrifice often ends empty and hollow, while a life built with self-respect leads to empowerment. You know that a parent who sacrifices all joy and rest will eventually become burnout and unhappy, affecting their child negatively. In every profession, from teaching to leaderships, self-prioritization leads to better performance and stronger guidance. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." The change starts with the self. Self-prioritization also leads to the mental peace. It helps us to reduce stress, reduce anxiety, and avoid emotional problems. Self-awareness and self-worth are gifts we give ourselves, and these gifts empower us to give more meaningfully to others. Self-prioritize allows honest conversations, healthy choices, and confidence living. With that, I conclude my speech with Proverbs saying, "You must feel your own cup first, only then you can feel others." Thank you.
Now may we invite speaker from the opposition to pose a question. Please welcome Reverend Palan.
So my dear worthy opponent, till now you have talked about self-love. So I think that now you are, if I just give you an example right now, you are standing on this podium, right? You are standing not by yourself. You are here whatever you are talking about here, it's all what we call it, it's all taught by your teachers or someone, you're dependent on someone. Then how can you just say that I'm the one and self is the most important?
Okay, thank you for your questions. Well, this is the one competition. Yes. There is no ourselves and others. I think this is the teachers give us topic to say about this. But I said first we think about ourselves here. First we read about ourselves. Then we can understand to others.
No, but with this we say that we need to think about others first. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, of course we think about others, but
Like you said just right now that you have to prioritize yourself as first. Then how can you say you're changing the topic? I'm sorry.
In every spiritual, let us say, ourselves is important. Yeah, that's why I say first prioritizing self is important. Yeah, that's why first we think about ourselves. Yeah.
What?
That's why we think about ourselves is more important than we think about others. Yeah.
But I just said that in Buddhist, it's like we say that jungle is more important.
Yeah, the Buddha also said this with the self-prioritization. Also, that there are ones four predators. Yeah, but I don't remember this. But there are four predators. There, the Buddha also said that first we think about ourselves, only then after we think about others.
Why so?
I think this is I think when we think about others, it's I think first we think about ourselves, then we think about others.
Like why? If we think about others, we
Thank you.
respected chief guest, Chancellor of Children Monastery in Nagam Chundurli, and all the special guests. I stand before you today to speak in favor of the principle that holds the power to transform individuals, communities, and even nations. The principle of putting others before self. At its core, others before self is not just about sacrifice, it's about interdependence. Like no own. Like every achievement, every comfort we enjoy is built on the support, labor, and care of others. From the farmer who grows food for us to the teacher who shape our mind, we are constantly benefiting for those from the efforts of the people we may never meet. By putting others
ourselves. We are not giving up something. We are sustaining the very system that allows all of us to thrive. It is not just noble, it is necessary for balanced functioning society. History shows us that
Now, Sanju, distinguished Sir Sonamde, Sir Urgende, and Genaushide, venerable monks and esteemed debaters from various schools. So, I'm given the opportunity to participate in this competition organized by Himis, Jemre, and Savna Konpa. And I'll speak for devotion as I believe that prioritizing ourselves is more important. I want to explore a simple yet powerful idea. You must put yourself first before you can truly give to others. So self-care isn't selfish. As Mandy Hill wisely said, putting yourself is not a selfish act. It's an act of self-preservation and self-respect. Taking time to rest, recharge, and nurture your physical and mental health isn't indulgent, it's essential. We cannot look after others if we are not able to look after ourselves. We must prioritize ourselves and ensure we have real energy to support and uplift others. In terms of boundaries, saying no is not unkind. It is necessary for your time and energy. Without boundaries, generosity drains. Being generous is not a bad thing, but letting others people walk over you simply sets you up for more mistreatment, as I believe. Experts remind us when you pay adequate attention to your well-being, people around you benefits from the renewed energy and the joy you exhibit. Boundaries aren't walls, they protect you so you can be genuinely present for others. By putting self before others, you are not putting others last. I just want to make this very clear that by putting self before others, you are not putting others last. Instead, you are creating the foundation to truly support, love, and serve them right. Buddhist
Now may we invite speakers from the opposition to pose a question. Please welcome Sonam Shukla to the stage.
Hello. You said that self-care is not selfish, but it is a preservation. And what is about future? What we then you preserve for yours, like what we can preserve, and what is our generation needs? There is a preservation, like your generation needs. What thing?
So as particularly we are living in this world, like in this generation, nobody have time for others. So in future, we all have preserve for ourselves, not for like others. Like we don't even take time to ourselves, then how come we will take time to preserve for others? So in this generation, while everybody is like so self-centered and all, I think we should think about ourselves. Like in future, we will be like we are who we are. We will be only us. We will die. We were born alone and we will die alone. We are not going to die with our girlfriend, husband, wife, or anything. We will die alone. So like this depends on us.
And there is a generation that what we say. You have when you grow up, you have a son like a daughter, and you have a generation, and what you give him to you cannot preserve all this for yourself.
I guess thank you for the question.
Other is not good because in self before other, we can when we can become a doctor. We can serve ourselves, and we can there is a patient that we stole and steal their kidneys for money for ourselves. Therefore, first we thought why we become a doctor. When we thought that we become a doctor for helping people with medicine. That for others. Then we thought for others to be ourselves. Then we thought for others to we have become a doctor for health, and we can constantly work that we can become a doctor and that when we can become a doctor and help the patient. And my example is Buddha's in the life of Buddha. We know that first in Buddha is no Buddha. He thought that I thought that desire, I believe that desire for. Then he birth on in this world to in the world to.
I thank you, my worthy opponent. I do respect what you have stated now. So my question to you is, when we cannot look after ourselves, then how come we can look after others?
We can look when we can look at ourselves. We thought others. First we thought others, but work for ourselves to become a good person and work for others. First we thought for others and do for yourself.
I did not get what you have said right now, but still I do respect. And like, if you are not well, if we cannot meet our if we cannot make our ends meet, like how can, like in this misery, how can we help others? Like, I want to state that.
Sorry, please repeat your question.
So my question is very simple. If we are in a misery, so how can we help others? How can we take out time to think about others, as we are not in the situation of helping ourselves?
That is happen on this situation. In that situation, we can become self for what we do for ourselves.
Oh, like you are paving my point in that way. Thank you.
Gangi TV ma tawa tum se ko se tam de chune tum da go tam da cha sa ro je chokra jone tene diring chope choto chinde gun pe tene chazo ta tene jaji tene tena chola tene loptu kha to skut pe loptu langya sta tene girgan langya samala tene tambura ta iga gyoje la ani ta bana thuje je tene mismana gospa samje jina tene nga English na idu tirin dandur ko ino zer kan ko mamo ma nga idu gyusi ma samsa le tene to na demok cheste tene nga idu chito tandek chiste me to sama gospa sa ina sampa sam tene tirin nga tene tirin joja na da pa janis kena ka mo so cheno na tene ngare samsu la kite na ta da po kite na so cheno sa che na ata da jam je chikta ma ta ra panche chikta jana panche sik ni song kwa la le ram phan ma jam do de la le Rangdong ko jo che chi no che no de na ta la dang de ro ko chi so de na ta mang po ji de na ta spe bo ta na chimba ta che wo ki de na ta mang chat pe da jang do sam du pa la le yu ye jan me do fe jo de te wo na ta de mo su da se ki de na te wo jang do cha me la le che de na ko ma ta na ji jana chimba ta ko ma ta chimba ta na ko ma ta chot na su su ka pa la le chimba ta na ma ta se na nya ma ta se ti ma Senang mateo senang mekan chano tena to mata gyu no bu sama seti ma mang po mina no de tena to tena jenga ta segina tena ta jande chimba ta ka to mata mi je to ma ku chimba ta no de ko ke ta se je ko ulpo te chimba lenga ko ke tena ko ke ta se me tena pa mata ta se ke chinga ta chimba ta se ko ke tena rang don do ale rang don je tena ko mata se chime na se chima mata das bu ya ta je ta sa te rang don do jo no pa hele Sons pasang tena jo tena ngata inda jana zo ino pa tena ngata da po te kyap chia sons pa ngi da po tena zo samara swale tena jo yang ngata ta se tena ngata rangdom je ngata ra ji le lu ngata ra ji jo faida tena me ngata ra ju kyapsa po sum sokpa ji yong je swale ada ra kyapsa po sum sokpa ji yong ngata rangdom so je kunma ko jo ngi samnya rangdom ma no ba le Konaska jiko cek dewa ji yodo, baru ngata setting ma tas tekena ko yung teno le kito, tena kito yung tema no pace tena ko setting ma isang tene itase koi kunma kukane la se dago isang to minche no pa.
Dakoji Dudoki, Nanyaloki, Naida, Chanzanian, last night was of the Sandaton and Paton, last good as a Diotin, Matakama. So, Denato, Lamata Jano, the Namata Janto, the Najanto, the Natatusi, the Namata Jandona, the Mata Notpa, Sunsupayam, Mata Notpa Tangi, Notpa Geta Bayam, the Nanan Kojana Panto Magic. Jisanata taken Tanga Nerapsina Tanga, Mikaswazi, Amoja, Tamata, Scientific Tansado, Tengata Santa Karot Sumji to Church of Sane. In one side, you do not pajic, Kawamata, Tenamala, Tenapo, Sonia Jeju. That thing on the Tajan, Jandun goes to the Notako, Napas on the Kum Sojuna. Kun no Papa Sumsoka Yodeno, Yodeno. Chisina Karot Sumji, Metasodopole, Tolas. Chola Safa could not buy your salad. The Parazandon was cheered to the Kuku Miteo Sojus in Opa. Miteo Sojupa, who is Jamie Tonjikuba, then it looks in Madame Jandon, but looks summer. The name Miska and Bajuna, then Comata Randona, Jandona, Yotino, Miska Chuban, and Comata Yula, Tamata, Lam Chuchindo, Yulipe Las Chuchindo, Chijina, Miski Lucachano, Miski, Randona, Jandoniskiga. Comata Yula, the Chiju, then Yula, and then Koran to talk the nobody. The Koran, Korean, Korean last, you know. There's some Koran to go Randon and Miska and Salufane. Then another shipment, in a Chadala on the Choson, Gofasa. The Mother music is Pinala, Zandona, no, but captures on the Justin, Randon go to Church, Mata Jamet, Singata, Timbata, who Jamet contribute to knowledge. The code from the Mother Timbata, Court of Sadako, Mother Cresita, for example, Cocazito, Cocazito, Matilla, Lutino. Matan Chitu, Matan Cocazita, Matan Jawayo, Matan Setiman, Matan Doma, the Mother Chitoma, Kardakson, Coco, and Matan, but Charsemono Zando, Madame Soy, and the Temas. Randon was the captures of Basan, Matan Zando, and captures and Randon was all noticed.
It seems to be cool and okay, but the truth is that self-importance can lead to superiority mindset, which is a negative feeling that you are more important than others, which will create a negative mindset, ego, pride, and arrogance toward others. True success came when we consider others more important than ourselves. For this to do, we must empty ourselves of pride and ego. Putting others first, we create a chain of kindness that elevates humanity as a whole. Putting others before ourselves is a compassionate and civilized society. Whether it's helping a friend in need, sacrificing comfort for family, or serving one's country. Think of frontline workers during crisis, doctors, soldiers, nurses. Their service reflects selflessness. And because of their selflessness service on border area, we live happily and without any worries. Let us now think about our benefit. It's because we don't help each other anymore. Remember one thing, because of our selfishness and because of thinking for ourselves, what we are doing, we are killing innocent animals to fulfill our own desire, our own need of food and our own need of clothes. Why are humans so selfish? I'm asking it to you all. We humans are that selfish in this world. We destroy our planet for personal comfort, no care of how it affects others. And because of some people and some families in our own Ladakh, what we are facing today, we can see rising temperature which causes the melting of glaciers, water scarcity and flash floods. What if we have thought about others instead of ourselves? How our Ladakh would be, how beautiful our Ladakh would be.